and a brew, discussing movies while kicking back, whether they are good or they're bad. With the hottest movies and non-released, I am talking about details and what I see. So tune into the podcast while I vent with reviews, news, and nonsense, yeah.
Welcome to Movie Cigars and a Brew. I'm your host, Keith, and today we're going to talk about Mistress America. This is a movie directed by Noah Baumbach, who's known for Squid and the Whale, Francis Ha, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. The writing also credit goes to Greta Gerwig. She was also involved in the Francis Ha project. In fact, Noah and Greta are an item, I believe, at this point. This movie opens with Tracy, played by Lola Kirk, being a freshman in college and really having a bum time of it. There's a whole montage in the beginning of this poor, beautiful loser girl with a typical fish out of water fashion. The conclusion of it has this emphasis because Tony, who's played by Matthew Shear, sort of rejects her. And the emphasis is in the fact that in real life you would never believe that this guy would reject this girl. So Tracy, kind of like bumming out, calls her mom, who's played by Catherine Irby, and tells her life in New York is kind of like she's at a party and she doesn't know anyone. So her mom suggests that she call her soon-to-be stepsister, Carrie, who is also living in the city and is 30 years old. She thinks she should get to know her since the two of them are going to be paired together for the first time at Thanksgiving when Tracy's mom marries Carrie's dad, and the two of them are going to have to read parts of a poem together as selected by their soon-to-be joined parents. So Tracy kind of muddles through this, and eventually, because her life is such a bummer, calls Carrie. And Carrie is this free-spirited New Yorker. You could definitely describe her as energetic and full of ideas, completely lacking any type of follow-through, and you can kind of see that she's continually living on the brink of her own failure. Tracy is swept up in all this and astutely sees it all, and this becomes an inspiration for her because in her school she wants to join this snooty literary society and carry around a little briefcase, and she thinks that this will get her into it by writing about her soon-to-be stepsister. And so the story launches from here into this budding sisterhood between these two girls, and Carrie's has some inevitable misfortunes, and so eventually they all end up in Connecticut in a weirdly climatic end that you don't really kind of see the whole story developing that way, but that's where it goes. So this is the second one this is the second story between Baumbach and Gerwig, Francis Ha being the first. And the style of this movie is extremely frenetic. There is a sense that everyone speaks exactly what they're thinking at every moment in the movie. And also, you kind of get the feeling that they're all speaking with the same consciousness. And to me, this was somewhat off-putting because I didn't really expect this going in. I had not seen Francis Ha, and I also had a little bit of difficulty believing, that these two were separated by 12 years. Tracy is supposedly 18 in the movie, and Lola Kirk is actually 25 in real life. Carrie, who is supposed to be 30, is played by Greta Gerwig, who is 32. And to me, the difference between a 32-year-old and a 25-year-old is highly marginal, especially given that Greta, looks young for her, 32 years. And so it was kind of hard seeing them in the roles that their big sister-to-be and little sister. So putting that aside, because that happens in movies, so I won't really beat them up completely for that. The one thing is you have to pay attention to this movie because it's moving at a fast pace. The dialogue is almost to the point where the lines are subliminally delivered. Everybody is a genius, and like I said, they're all speaking from the same consciousness, and because of that, you just kind of feel like, well, this is the writers saying what they want to say through these sort of wooden characters that lack depth. and you don't really get any great connection with any of the characters. You kind of like them because there's some likability, absolutely, in Gerwig, and Lola Kirk is also lovely as well, but you don't really feel their characters. What you're getting from them is the actors that are putting on these little coats to try to be these people to say these lines, and they deliver them well. I'm not going to get you wrong. Don't get me wrong. That they're definitely delivered well. It's well done, but it just you almost got to look at it as a performance art and leave off your concepts of plot structure and character. The character arcs aren't just going to be there. You're not going to have that depth of feeling and feel like that you really feel connected to these characters. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a bad movie. There'll be a lot of people that will attach this to Woody Allen and draw parallels between him and his early works. But you'll see just as many people sort of deride this for not measuring up to the mark that he left in some of his earlier pieces. I mean, despite it all, I actually enjoyed the movie. It was, what I'll say in the end, it was both more than I expected and less than what it could have been. I'm going to give it a B-. I think it's worth viewing. I'd say go back and view it again, but I don't think I actually want to go back and watch it again. It was sort of fun to watch, but I probably wouldn't watch it again. Though I will say there's plenty in there that could give you that second viewing. Anyway, I'm going to play the trailer right after this. Go to moviecigarsandaBrew.com and look at the other reviews that are up there, and give us a like on Facebook or follow me on Twitter at MovieCigarBeer. Talk to you again soon, and maybe I'll see you at one of the upcoming events this fall.
Hi, this is Tracy Fishko. I go to college in the city, and my mom said I should call you. My mom is marrying your dad.
Do you want to hang out? Do you know where Times Square is? Tracy!
Times Square is so crazy.
Isn't it?
I don't know anyone who lives here.
Yours truly. I got off the bus from Jersey. I thought this was the cool place to live. It's Times Square.
It's so stylish.
I know. I freelance as an interior decorator. You know the Bowery Hotel?
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, if you walk about a block south, there's a laser hair removal center that's very hip. I did the waiting room.
She lived exactly how a young woman should live, who wants to spend her youth well.
Must we document ourselves all the time? Must we?
She did everything and nothing.
You don't know what you're selling. No one will know how to buy it.
What are you selling?
So many things.
Being around her was like being in New York City.
I'm an autodidact. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
That word is one of the things I self-taught myself. People are always taking my ideas. My ex-friend and nemesis, Mamie Claire, stole my ideas and my fiance. And then she literally stole my cats.
You must seek out this Mamie Claire. Spirit says you have unfinished business with this woman.
You have to listen to Spirit.
The young one is right.
She's not that young. 10 to 12 years younger. We're contemporaries, okay? What are you doing here? Who are these people? They're my friends.
The last time I saw you, you were hiding in the bushes, and then you started incoherently yelling at me and my husband about how we had ruined your life. And the time before that, you were throwing up at my wedding.
Are those my cats?
They'll love you. You're the good girl.
There's no cheating when you're 18. You should all be touching each other all the time.
They'll need you. They'll want you.
You're funny because you don't know you're funny.
I know I'm funny. There's nothing I don't know about myself. That's why I can't do therapy.
All right. Could have been here tonight.
Can I start over?
Of course.
That was pretend rewind. Like.